Forgot to take this out of my mouth. My name is Chelsea for Fur, and I would like to talk to you guys about PCOS and waxing my mustache. If you don't know anything about PCOS, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. What that means is your ovaries hate you, and it makes it difficult for you to have children, have regular periods, and you get all the wonderful, beautiful side effects on top of that. You grow mustache hair, and you have acne. I'm 31 years old and I still deal with acne. I remember when I was a kid, my mom told me I had really bad acne when I was a kid. I was diagnosed with PCOS when I was 13 also. But I remember when I was a kid though and I had really bad acne, my mom's like, when you're an adult, don't worry, your acne will clear up. Well, she didn't know at the time, and I didn't know at the time that PCOS, and we didn't realize how drastic of an effect that it has on your skin and your acne, and the fact that it makes you grow freaking facial hair. So, and not just facial hair, chin hair, neck hair, chest hair. Those are issues I have with. Luckily, I don't have it nearly as bad as I know some women do. Some women can really grow entire full beards and entire full mustaches. I don't have it that bad, but I haven't ever let it get that bad. I know if I really wanted to, I could probably grow a pretty decent mustache, and a really scraggly, nasty beard, which is kind of nasty anyways. In my personal opinion, some women can freaking rock it, which is perfect. That's exactly what, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyways, so to deal with PCOS, there's quite a few different ways when it comes to the external feel good areas of life. If you hear thunder, we are having a rainstorm right now. And I have to apologize for that. So I have no control over the weather, but I'm really happy it's raining at the same time. I forgot to go turn my sprinklers off. Anyways, my lips are really dry. I just realized that. Anyways, so what I do is I wax my face on a regular basis. I wax my mustache about once every 2 to 3 days. And then I wax my eyebrows, which is just eyebrows, about once every 2 weeks, whenever I decide I need to wax them. And then I wax my entire face, my entire neck once a month. And then I wax right here, like this area, and this, like the really bad strip right here, about once a week, once every other week, just whenever things start popping up and I'm sick and tired of plucking. But I still do pluck, I still do tweeze. But I do have a couple of hairs on both sides where it gets really, really bad. Anyways, I have to apologize that the phone is shaky. I don't have my phone holder yet, and I didn't want to wait for it any longer, so I'm just gonna wing it. Anyways, so I use the plastic beads. They call it like the hairless way of waxing, and it's not exactly hairless, it's just a different way to wax. It's plastic beads, and the thing I like about these is I can wax as many times as I want to, like a session, I guess you can call it, and not have any issues. Well, one time I did do it way too much. Like, I don't remember how many times, but I was sitting there like pulling the same hairs for like 30, 40 minutes. That's unnecessary. If it doesn't come out completely after the first like 3 or 4 pulls, like just tweeze. Like, and it's usually just the really big thick hairs that I have a big deal with, not the small things. Anyway, so I use Therapill for mine. I love this stuff. This is my favorite. And then I just have a cheap, like, it's all nasty. Has the plastic all over it because it's really stringy. Kind of see it a little bit in the bowl there. I usually only keep like about a handful or 2 in the bowl at a time, just because it takes a lot longer for it to melt, and I'm impatient, so there's that. Anyways, what I do is you have it melt the entire way, like so it's like super runny, and you don't want to have it runny though because it'll burn your face or whatever you're doing. Sorry, just realized my lips are like really pale. Anyways, so hold on, lost my train of thought. And then you want to wait until it's like a little goopy. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in a second. Anyways, I've watched videos. I'm sure there's more out there. I just haven't watched them for a while on this specific product. I've watched videos on it, but they really didn't explain. They just showed you how to do it, but they didn't explain like what to do. This is my stick I use. I'm probably gonna I'm just gonna use a different one today. I'm gonna get a new one out. Okay, gonna get a new stick. I have like a whole plethora of sticks, so it works out really well. Nice and clean. Okay. So you want to kind of get it where it's like balling up a little bit, but I need to let it dry just a little bit longer because it'll burn my face off right now. But more importantly, you want to do a prep for your face. You don't want to have makeup on, you don't want to have any oil on, so you really want to do a really good deep clean. I'm just going to wash this area off. I have like the most like little bit about of foundation on. Okay, so what I do is I get my toner. Actually, no, we could just go straight to alcohol. Rubbing alcohol. And it's just like rubbing alcohol that you get at like Walgreens or Walmart or whatever. It's nothing fancy. Because you don't want any oil or anything on this area at all. You want it like super dry. Because if you don't, you're not going to be getting up as much hair as you're going to want to do. Okay. Let it dry. Now make sure that you put make sure you rub everything off with rubbing alcohol and then wax pretty quickly after that because you don't want your skin to start producing oil again naturally. Okay, so now this is about what you want it to be like, where it's balling up. I feel like it's still kind of hot. Not bad. This is what I do on a frequent basis. And you know what? A couple years ago, there's no way on God's green earth I would ever let anybody know that I wax my face. Because it's embarrassing and it's frustrating and it's like that's the last thing you want people to know about yourself. And like it makes you feel like a man and it's not attractive, you know. But I'm on like a whole bunch of different like Facebook groups like for the different things that I have that I was born with, things I have no control over. Hashtag invisible disabilities. Anyways, and I keep watching these women have misinformation on stuff and how they're so embarrassed and they're so ashamed of things. And it's like, you know what? Why are we ashamed? We have no control over this. You don't get PCOS because of lack of exercise or the way you eat. It literally is just you're born with it. Your ovaries just hate you. It's actually genetic. You get it passed down. My mom had it. My grandma probably had it. Like, I don't know though. Mine's the most extreme out of the women in my family that I've come across so far. Anyways, I'm going to put some down here. You don't want to let it really dry too hard. You still want it to be pliable. Well, I need the mirror for this part. And it's really stringy. So now it's like a mustache. Little goatee. Still wet. It's really stringy. That's why the thing is all squampered up. That's okay though. It's not that big of a deal. You can like ball it up. It's not a big deal. Okay, this is about what so you want it where it's still pliable because that's the easiest way to get it off without like having a whole bunch of pieces left over, which will probably be a piece left over, which will be fine. I'll just show you how to get it off. Okay, you want to have your skin kind of taut. Okay, You go to the next piece and you want to get the shiny side and press it on. There you go. And see if you get pieces left over, and if you want to sit there and pick at it, like you can pick it off, which is not a big deal. Or sometimes, not always, you get the sticky side again and you kind of just mush it on there, and then you can just yank it off. See? Easy. There you go. Okay, all done. So, after you wax your face, you want to make sure you moisturize really, really well. I use, and this is the thing, my skin's really sensitive with lotions, and so I break out really, really easy. So I use Pond's Dry Skin, like old lady lotion. Just moisturize it. I've noticed since I've started waxing and really being diligent with moisturizing my face, my acne has actually gotten really, like, subsided, which has been really awesome. The next thing I use is, I love this stuff. It's like $20-ish a bottle. You can get a monthly subscription. I don't. I've had the same bottle for like 3 months. And you can use it all over your body. It's an all body thing. It's really great. It's literally natural. It's Evoli, I'm pronouncing it wrong, butter. And it's literally butter. It has like, that's what it looks like. When I got it, I was really nervous about it, thinking that I was gonna break out like crazy. So I was just using it under my eyes because I got it originally for wrinkle prevention. But now I use it for everything. Now make sure you keep it in a cool place because it will melt, because it is an oil. It's butter. So it's like macadamia, coconut oil, marula oil, shea oil, and like non-GMO cornstarch. So you just have to get like just a little bit, just like the little bit, because it goes a long, I felt a piece of plastic. It goes a really long way. Use it on your lips. There we go, I found it. I've noticed, like, I do that every morning. I do this every morning, so I get the Pond's, well, the Equate brand of Pond's clean wipes, and then I will do a toner. Well, I'll do the alcohol on just this area. Then I'll do toner everywhere else. It's just a basic witch hazel brand. Like, it's just, I got it from Winco, Walgreens, like, forever. I've had this bottle forever. Anyways, I've leftover foundation from earlier. I'm just gonna put on. I don't use a lot anyways. So I'll do the toner everywhere else, and then I'll wax, and then, or if I don't wax, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, I use this every morning and every night, and my skin has been so soft and like moisturized since then, and it's just been my favorite. I love it so much. Like when my hands are really dry, it's been really great too, just because it keeps like everything moisturized. It's just the best ever. Anyways, the reason why I'm doing this isn't just like, hey, look at me, I'm waxing my face because of materialistic reasons. I'm waxing it because if I don't, I will get a mustache, and I don't want that. And it really sucks when you have PCOS, because you just have to learn how to deal with things, and you have to learn how to be strong and not whiny and not victim mentality. There's a lot of women that I know that are, oh, poor me, my life is hard, I have something that's crappy, which I'm not saying it's not hard. I understand. I've had the full effects of PCOS. It really does suck. But at the same time, though, get over it. It is what it is. There's something you can do about it. So there's no point in whining and complaining about it. You just have to deal with it. And you have to learn how to be strong, and you have to learn how to not be a whiner. And it just is what it is. And you'll be okay. I just got a battery notification, so let me plug my phone in really fast. should have done this before. One second. Anyways. Okay. So, one of the main reasons why I've decided to do this is it just like quit being a sissy. It's because I want to educate people who have PCOS, and people who don't have PCOS, saying, you know what, this is real, and quit being judgmental. The other problem with the other side effect of PCOS is weight gain. If you can't tell, I'm overweight, and it's something I literally don't have any control over. I eat healthy, and I exercise, and I do everything that I possibly can to the fullest extent my body will allow me to, because I do have multiple sclerosis and like 3 types of arthritis that I have no control over. And I'm sorry, someone's going to say this, you can cure yourself with this and this and this, because if you do this, no, sorry honey, this is something you can't cure. It is what it is, you just have to deal with it. And you work with what you have, and you do the best you have. You do the best you can with what you have. And that's the most important part of any kind of disability or any kind of disorder that you have, is learning how to deal with it and quit being negative. You have literally 2 roads, and they're kind of extreme roads. You can go down the poor me, I'm a victim, feel bad for me, my life is hard, I'm going to be a negative person that nobody wants to be around. Or you can be someone who people want to be around, and you're positive, and you give to whoever is around you, and you take care of those that love you, and those that don't love you. And those are the 2 options that you have. And so make the decision on where you want to be. So I can tell you, being alone isn't fun, from what I understand. I've never had to do that, because I've always tried to be positive. I've always tried to like look at the best of everything. I'm not great at it. I'm very cynical, very skeptic. Oh, glue. Let me do this plastic. I'm very skeptical, and I'm very just to the point kind of person, which kind of puts people off. But that's okay though, because if someone doesn't like you, there always is someone else that does. Anyways, so the other part too is education. There's a lot of false information out there when it comes to different disabilities and disorders. And like I've heard everything with PCOS where you can cure it. Yes, you can help subside some of the issues that you have. You can help relieve some of the symptoms that you have, but it's not curable. It's just not. I've also heard things where it's something you bring up on yourself. Sorry, I was 13 when I was diagnosed. I did nothing to deserve it at all. So to me, that is so ignorant. It's actually something that just genetically passed down. I got it from my mom, and she probably got it from her mom. Now, granted, mine is worse than theirs, but that's okay though. Everything happens for a reason. Without going into a big, huge, long thing, because I can make this last forever, but it's not necessary. But without going into a big, huge, long thing, it's so important to educate yourself and not believe everything you read online. And if you have questions or concerns or whatever, message me. I'd love to talk to you. Leave things in the comments. You know, if you don't, that's fine. You do, fine. You actually think about it, and you don't judge people. And don't just assume if someone's overweight, it's because they're fat and lazy, because they're fat, but just because they're lazy and they eat crappy. No, that's not at all. Not even close. I wish that was the case. If that was the case, I would have lost all the weight years ago. Years ago. Because that's a problem that can be resolved. Your eating habits can be resolved. They can be fixed. They can be corrected. Something that you literally have no control over, like PCOS, and as severe as mine personally is, there's nothing that can fix it. But that's okay. And whatever you have, it's okay. Just make sure you educate yourself and don't listen to people. Anyways, I'm going to do different videos on different things I deal with, and I hope you guys subscribe. Like the video, share it. Don't share it, do whatever you want. If you can at least pull something from this, whether to not be embarrassed and be open and honest about your problems, and not just online, like, people that I know around me know what's going on. My friends, they know I do. They know what's going on. You know, my family, they know what's going on. They know, like, they know everything. I'm an open book to anybody who meets me. And it's good to be that way. Sometimes it's a little harsh for some people. That's okay. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you subscribe. And if you have any questions, concerns, or if there's videos or things that you have to deal with that you want me to talk about, I would love, love, love to talk about it. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.